All right, YouTube, want to wish everybody a happy new year once again. It's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking about Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. A lot of activity going on in the Auburn sports stratosphere. The Auburn basketball team is doing spectacular, ranked number 4 in the country according to CBS Sports. These guys play a great brand of basketball, one of 2 undefeated teams left among the teams that can go to the NCAA tournament, aka March Madness. Definitely have a very physical stretch coming up, though, for the Auburn Tigers basketball team. We'll be taking on Vanderbilt tomorrow. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Okay, so during this time of year, you always have what we call attrition. That means people who leave the program. We're specifically talking about Auburn's football program, who you got several things going on. You have guys that graduate. You have guys that become draft eligible. And you even have guys that transfer. But in this case, I think 2 guys that are going to be retained is very important for the Tigers. And a lot of times when you get guys to come back, you don't realize how important it is. You say, okay, great, they're coming back. We needed them to come back. But why did you need them to come back? So KJ Britt and Big Kat Bryant, very productive guys on this particular defense, are coming back. KJ Britt, actually an all-SEC linebacker, one of the most productive tacklers in the SEC, definitely coming back. Good news for the Tigers. For one, if you're Kevin Steele, defensive coordinator, Travis Williams, co-defensive coordinator and linebackers coach, nothing could excite you more than having your Mike linebacker return. Because, see, if KJ Britt would have left, that would have been 2 years in a row that Auburn would have had to replace the leadership in the interior portion of the linebacker corps. That wouldn't have necessarily been a good deal for Auburn, because although the Tigers have very talented guys coming back and have very talented guys on the recruiting docket, I just don't think this was the year, especially considering losing Marlon Davidson, Derek Brown, Daniel Thomas, Noah Igbenogany declares early, Javaris Davis, Jeremiah Denson. I think losing KJ Britt would have been a huge blow to this Auburn defense, having to recover and having to find a way to sustain itself going into the 2020 season. Now, obviously, we knew the seniors were leaving, but when you have guys like, to lose Noah Ig, KJ Britt, and Big Kat Bryant, that would have been lethal for this Auburn defense. And these things are so important when you talk about leadership. Yeah, you might have talent, but you just can't replace leadership, and you can't replace experience. And I think in this case, Auburn scores big on getting KJ Britt back. Also with Big Kat Bryant, who started to emerge as a really good pass rusher this particular year. You got to have him back, especially if he's eligible to come back. And what that does is, you look at what happened with Derek Brown and Marlon Davidson. Those guys coming back actually helped their stock in the NFL. I think they would have obviously been drafted last year, but I think they put a little bit more money in their pockets by coming back and being as fiercely productive as they were. So this could turn out to be a definite win-win for Auburn, as KJ Britt has had an all-SEC season, could do the Marlon Davidson / Derek Brown thing and have a super monster senior year and then go higher in the draft. Would KJ Britt have been drafted? I think so. Probably, 3rd, somewhere around in there. Very athletic, a great tackler, very physical at the point of attack, can go sideline to sideline. At times questionable in intermediate pass coverage, but I think that's something that he would definitely work on during the offseason. So I think all in all, a big win for Auburn with those 2 guys coming back. Big Kat Bryant, very versatile guy, and where you can put him at defensive end, or you can line him up at the buck linebacker position. So that he's going to be very, very instrumental in Auburn's success next year. Of course, Tyrone Truesdale and Coinus Miller in the interior defensive line will be returning. Of course, I really think that's going to be big for the Auburn Tigers. So just wanted to make a note of that, and want you guys to understand why these things are so important with these guys coming back. It's not just the idea of them coming back, but why they're coming. Their return is so important as it relates to getting prepared for this 2020 season. All right, guys, you know the deal. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.